Welcome back to the channel, guys. Today we're at Awenda Provincial Park, walking the Wendat Trail around Kettle Lake. So for the past few days, we have been camping in Awenda Provincial Park. It's our first time ever coming to this park.
Yeah.
We weren't exactly sure what to expect, but it's been pretty nice.
Yes.
The campsites are fairly large, well spaced out.
Very shaded, quite nice.
Awenda also has a couple really nice beaches that are right on Georgian Bay.
Yep.
We checked one of those out yesterday.
Very
had
rocky.
a great time.
Bring your water shoes if you have any.
Oh, I do. I use those in the water for sure.
Now today we're going for our first hike. We're checking out the Wendat Trail. It's a 4-kilometer loop that goes right around Wendat Lake. So we've got our trail guide and we're ready to hit the trail.
They're helping turtles. It's a turtle hatchery, protecting eggs from predators. Do you see any eggs? Look out. We haven't even made it on the trail yet, and I'm already amazed. How lovely.
So the Wendat Trail goes all the way around Kettles Lake. So there'll probably be a couple spots like this with some benches and some great views.
Got that on camera. Hey, guess what I see? Post number 1. So post number 1 isn't about like seeing anything, but it's actually about the archaeology of this park in itself. And they didn't really start to check this park out until the late 60s. And then archaeologists came in and they did a bunch of test samples and found things from the past and history. Kind of cool.
Yeah.
Huh. I think so. It's over here, folks. $1 and all this information is yours. On to post 2. Poll number 2, which we've made it to very quickly, I might add, is about the different types of forestation and how far back it goes into, like, oh gosh, the 1450 AD to 1650 AD. This was like all boreal forests. The homestead period, they introduced foreign plants as more people came in and settled and they planted different things. They actually, that's where ragweed developed. Thank you very much, settlers. That's about it. It's all about forestation, anyways. History of forestation. So poll number 3 is again informational. It's about the archaeologists that have studied here, and they actually found that 2 different groups of people have been here in the past, and I believe they are the paleo people from year 11,500 YBP, and the Middle Great Lakes, St. Lawrence or Laurentian Archaic culture, and that was approximately 6,000 to 4,500 YBP. So a real long time ago, but they've dug up lots of cool artifacts, which we'll maybe show a picture of. Maybe. So we've made it to pole number 4, and it's actually about the people that used to live here.
The Wendat nation that lived here between 1200 and 1650 AD.
So Wendat spiritual beliefs holds that the world was created and rests on the back of a large turtle, and North America is what they call Turtle Island. Neat.
So that is probably why we've seen so many little turtle reserves and little habitats built for them, because they definitely take turtles seriously in Awenda Provincial Park.
Okay, we started all the way over here, and now we're all the way over here. We have officially, I think, made it more than, we're almost halfway, almost. So our lovely pole number 5 here is actually about the Wendat Villages. So there was roughly between 21 to 30,000 Wendat people, and each village consisted of, I don't know, anywhere between 1,000 to 2,500 people per village. Now each of the villages were located usually up high on like a bluff so that they could see people if they were getting attacked or anything like that, close to water so they could get in their canoes to travel, and they liked to be close to flat land so they could do some farming, but also close to trees so that they have firewood.
Well, we're camping here.
Yeah, it's full of all of those things. So pole number 6 is actually about the houses that the Wendat Nation used to live in, which were called Longhouses, and they were kind of like archways, and they were anywhere from like 6 to 9 meters high and wide, and between 27 to 30 meters. Yes, meters in length. And they housed between 6 to 10 families, and they'd have fire pits 10 feet apart, and 2 families would share, and there'd be anywhere up to like 100 people in one of these houses. And we actually have been to Longwood's conservation area, which had perfect examples of longhouses and what they were. So if you're interested, check that out.
One thing we have noticed about the trees, not just on this trail, but everywhere in Awenda Provincial Park, is just how tall they are. These are some of the tallest trees I've seen in Ontario.
Absolutely, these are wild.
And honestly, I saw one of the thickest birch trees I've ever seen. So I'm not sure what it is around here, whether it's the soil or the weather or something, but the trees here are definitely healthy and growing tall.
Look at that one.
Pole number 7 is about what they would call the 3 sisters. So primarily the Wendat people were farmers, and they farmed corn, squash, and beans, and that they all planted them together kind of, and they called them the 3 sisters. And French visitors that used to come, they used to clear so much of their land that the French visitors thought they described it as like wide open farmland. Isn't that crazy to think that? Like, that all this, they would clear that by hand. Like huge sections around their village. Cool.
It's a lot of trees to take down.
It's a lot of food.
To be taken out of the ground.
Yeah. So after 1650 AD, and the Wendat people dispersed, and they left all those nice big fields that they've cleared out, it actually happened to be a good environment for all the white pines and the red oaks. And over the time span of about 200 years, they grew, and in came Charles Beck, who was actually one of the biggest lumber people of the time. At his peak years, he was reeling in like 25 million feet per year. Board feet, I should say. That's a lot of trees. So we made it to pool number 9, and just a little bit up this path, we're not going to go down it today, but is Ontario's oldest deciduous forest. There is trees, sugar maples in particular, that are between 190 and 300 years old. That's crazy.
That is crazy.
Right?
Okay, so we're on the last quarter of the trail, and my legs are hurting a little. And I'm ready to get to pool number 10. There you go.
Pool number 10 is about the white pines, which are surrounding us here. It is the official tree emblem of Ontario. Now, what makes these trees unique compared to other pine trees is they have 5 bundles instead of 2 bundles per branch. Yeah. Pool number 11 that we almost walked right by, Devin, is about the person that used to own this land. His name was Horace J. Kettle, and that is what Kettle's Lake is named after, his family.
All right, so we've made it to pole number 12, our final pole of the loop.
Woohoo! Woo! Yay!
So what does the field guide say about number 12?
The field guide says, pole number 12 is about, I believe, Oliver and Charlotte Brabant. They actually built a little log cabin here in the early 1900s, out in that clearing just down yonder. And they raised 3 children here. And then in the late 1930s, they kind of depleted the soil around here for farming, and they ended up selling to someone from Toronto. That's it.
So a little bit of history about the early pioneers of Awenda Provincial Park. All right, are you ready to finish this loop?
Yeah.
All right, let's keep going. We can see the end from here.
Yes.
Let's go. So we are almost to the end of the Wendat loop. Took us about 2 hours, but we were going a little bit slow. It's rated as a moderate trail, but honestly I found it pretty easy.
Very easy.
There was not too many steep uphills or anything, although there is lots of roots for Devin to trip over. So be careful.
Literally just tripped over one.
Yeah, easy trail, good scenery. It was nice.
Nice breeze while we were walking. It was good.
Now, time to head back to the campsite. All right, so we have made it back to our campsite. That was a great hike.
Yes, it was short and sweet. Perfect.
Now it's time to get the fire going. And we've got some sausages, some hot dogs to cook over the fire, maybe some cobs of corn.
We do. I'm excited.
It's our last night in Awenda Provincial Park. We have definitely enjoyed our time here.
Yes, I would have liked to get out more, but it is what it is. We went to the beach yesterday and we got to go out on the trail today, so that was perfect.
This was our first time to Awenda. I don't know if we'll be back to camp here.
I'm not sure. I think I'd rather check out more places.
Definitely. And I mean, we're still comparing it to Killarney in our minds, and it's gonna be hard to beat that campsite.
Yeah, I have this fear. I was saying to Chris last night that I have a fear that nothing is ever going to compare.
But we will keep checking out all the different provincial parks and looking for another amazing site.
That's right.
We've been told Grundy Provincial Park and French River also have some beautiful sites like that.
Right.
So I'm sure we'll be up there eventually as well. Thanks a lot for watching to the end of the video. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and we'll see you in the next one.
Bye.
Bye. Another provincial park, another outhouse. Devin's favorite.
Yeah, actually my least favorite.
What did it smell like in the one yesterday?
I almost barfed. That's all I'm gonna say. I learned my lesson yesterday, guys. Never go into an outhouse. Never.
Where are you gonna poop?
I don't know.
So this trail goes all the way around Wendat Lake.
Kettles Lake, actually.
Kettles Lake.
Yeah. Bite.
Alright, let's keep going.
There's no bikes allowed on this trail.
Rule breaker.
Breakers.
Hey, Courtney,
Yeah.
are you allergic to the florets?
Yeah.
Well, then you're allergic to me and Chris.
No, I do not know it. You guys give me itchy skin.
Hey, Courtney.
I don't know what else to say. It's literally about forest and allergies, which I have all of the above. A forest, Chris, and allergies.
Hey, I'm a florist.
Let's go. For piercing and cleaning animal hides. Because they would wear animal skin, because you remember, like so many years ago, it was cold, right? It was part of the ice age.
Yeah.
So they had to keep warm, and they didn't have like t-shirts and stuff, so they had to use the skin or coats of animals to keep themselves warm.
I
You're
learned
new.
about that in grade 3 social studies.
In grade 3.
So that is probably why we've seen so many little turtle reserves and habitats.
Yeah.
They definitely
That makes sense.
Go get it.